Welcome to the Game Changer with Dr. Sharalyn, where purpose meets performance and leaders are built to shift legacies. I'm Dr. Sharalyn Payne, executive strategist, speaker, and the secret weapon behind leaders who drive transformation at the highest levels. Each episode delivers bold truths, power skills, and real-world strategies to help you lead with precision, show up with presence, and build the kind of influence that outlasts trends. This is the space where high-impact decisions are born, where influence is intentional, and where the bold don't just lead, they change the game. So if you're ready to rise, ready to lead, and ready to create the kind of impact that moves markets, missions, and minds, you're in the right place. Today, we're not just challenging tradition, we're breaking the mold. Because here's the truth. Leadership models built for yesterday's problems are collapsing under today's complexity. 70% of change initiatives fail not because of bad people, but because of bad models, outdated frameworks, misaligned values, leadership by default. And let me be clear, you weren't built to lead by default. You were born to lead by design. So here's the question I want you to sit with. Are you preserving the past or pioneering the future? Today, we rethink the models that are no longer working, and we redesign what's possible. So before we go any further, let's start with the power question of the day. What's one leadership belief or model you're still holding on to that no longer serves your future? I want you to say it out loud and write it down, because that belief might just be the mold you need to break. So let's go ahead and move into our content. I want to talk about why traditional leadership models are failing. Let's start with the hard truth. Command and control leadership is dead. It's rigid. We're no longer concerned with hierarchy, and built for an era where obedience was valued over innovation. I'm the boss. I make the decisions. Do what I say. Trust me because of my title. You see, you may never hear leaders saying that, but they move that way. They show up that way. And as such, people believe that's what they have to do. And here's what I'm here to share with you. That model, it's crumbling. Here's what it creates. Fear-based compliance, where people just do what you want them to do or what you tell them to do because they fear they're going to lose their job. They fear they're not going to get promoted. They fear there's going to be some backlash. You have low creativity, where people are just showing up and they're giving what they have to give to stay employed, but you have low creativity. They're not sharing their best ideas, and they're not working together to take that idea and that creativity and really fuse innovation. And then what most leaders are concerned about, the high turnover. People are coming and they're leaving. It's a revolving door. But here's the thing, there is a better way. And the better way is the game changer leadership model. And it's what I actually created. And I won't go into it deep here, but I'm going to give you just enough so you begin to think through how you lead. You see, the game changer leadership model is vision led, not title led. It's empowerment driven, not fear based. It's influence over intimidation. Because here's the thing, game changers don't just execute tasks. While execution is important, but they mobilize movements. They lead through people, not over them. So your question you should be asking yourself is, are you leading with vision or with authority? Because if you're still leaning on control to be credible, you're already behind the 8 ball. The next thing I want to talk about is blended leadership models. Integration is innovation. One of the biggest myths in leadership is this: you have to pick a style, a leadership style, and stay in it. And we hear people talking about, I am a transformational leader, an inspirational leader, a visionary leader. When people ask me that question, I automatically think to myself, but what if I'm more than that? And I am more than that. I don't have to pick a style that's actually outdated, because we live in a very dynamic world and the future is blended. The best leaders don't box themselves into one model. They integrate. I can take some of this and some of this and innovate. The old model is transactional based leadership, the clock in, clock out style. They focus on checklists and efficiencies and rules. Were you on time? And there's a place for that. But again, the new model is ultra influential leadership. You don't just complete the task, you transform the people and the culture. And ultra influential leaders blend the inspiration of a transformational leader, the humility of a servant leader, and the foresight of a visionary leader. And as such, they're able to move systems, people, and profits. So here's your leadership audit for today. Where are you still managing transactions when you really should be inspiring transformation? It's time for us to shift and do some things differently. So many of you know that I've written a book called Unstuck, Unleashed, Unstoppable. And so I want to talk to you about, how do we get to that unstoppable space? We're taking ultra influential leadership with credible leaders. And so with that, we want to talk about another outdated model, the heroic leader, right? You've seen it before. You've seen this person. You know the type. The person who knows everything. The one who has all the answers. They do all the work. And what else? They take all the credit. But here's what that actually creates: burnout, bottlenecks, and a very shallow leadership bench when you really want to have that leadership pipeline. So let me offer something better: the credible leader. And this is my own framework. Incredible leaders don't need a stage to be seen. They lead with integrity, consistency, and quiet power. They don't just lead movements, they multiply leaders. Your credibility is your currency. So I ask you, are you building a culture of dependency or one of leadership multiplication? Because when you lead with credibility, people don't just follow you, they believe in you and your vision and what it is you have to offer. And they want to support that thing. Now, I want to talk about one of my favorite type of leader. And that's the change agent who leads what's next. So now let's go deeper. Maintenance leadership is killing your momentum. And if you don't know what maintenance leadership is, let me tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like the leader who says, let's do it how we've always done it. Let's not rock the boat. We've survived this long without that. Surviving isn't thriving. We need change agent leaders. And these are the people that we all say we want until we actually get this person and they show up and they're poking around in our backyard. They're looking into our business. They're asking the hard questions. They're challenging the way we think. They're disrupting our comfort zones. And they're redesigning broken systems. And they don't protect what's popular. they pioneer what's next. So here's your challenge. I want you to name one cultural or leadership norm you're ready to disrupt this year in your organization, because that's your mold to break. And I want you to write it down today. I want you to post it. And I want you to begin taking the necessary steps to move towards that. So let's talk about our ultra influential breakdown. Let's break it all the way down. Number one, command and control. We're moving away from command and control, and we're moving to game changer leadership. We're leading through vision, not position. We're no longer transactional. We're hyper focused on ultra influential leadership. We're inspiring transformation, not just execution. Heroic, it's a thing of the past, right? We're building others so that we don't have to carry everything. And that's where we become credible leaders. And then we have maintenance mode, where we're shaping what's next, not what's safe. And we're embracing change agent leadership. You see, the future of leadership isn't one size fits all. It's bold, it's blended, and it's built on purpose. You don't need another manual. You need a model that matches your mission. And so we began to think about legacy or repeat. The models that built yesterday's organizations won't shape tomorrow's impact. So you have a choice. You can lead by default, or you can lead by design. You can manage what was, or you can shape what will be. So I ask you one final time, will your leadership model build history, or will it make history? Because here's the thing that I know for sure. The right leader in the right room at the right time changes everything. And that leader is you. You don't lead like everyone else, so your resources shouldn't look like everyone else's. Welcome to the Game Changers Leadership Collection for maximizing performance, potential, and profitability. This leadership collection features best practices, insights, and frameworks for my executive level work with high impact leaders across industries. It's designed to equip you with the clarity, tools, and strategic language needed to lead with credibility under pressure. Let's be clear. In high stakes rooms, executive presence isn't optional. It's mission critical. That's why I created the Executive Briefing Companion, your strategic script for navigating leadership's most defining moments. Whether you're in the boardroom, in front of the C-suite, or facing complex stakeholder dynamics, this tool helps you rise above the noise and lead with clarity, courage, and command. At its core is the 9 executive questions framework, a high impact structure that ensures your message cuts through uncertainty, aligns your audience, and positions you as the credible voice in the room. Think of this as your strategic battle card, the leadership intelligence you carry into the room that tests you most. Also included is the language of influence, your cheat sheet for persuasive, purposeful communication. These phrases and framing techniques are drawn from high-stakes boardrooms, top-tier executive coaching, and transformational leadership practices. Use this tool to strengthen your executive presence, navigate tension with calm authority, drive clarity, buy-in, and high-stakes alignment, and speak with power without overpowering. You'll also get a preview of the 10 daily power skills, the high performance behaviors that fuel the world's most impactful leaders, creatives, activists, entrepreneurs, and change makers. These are not soft skills. They are strategic habits that create undeniable outcomes. You'll be able to self-assess with the high impact leadership scorecard, find your edge, close your gaps, activate your next level. And to ground your leadership in inspiration and intention, you'll receive the power of one poster, a visual reminder that one decision, one conversation, or one action can shift everything. Finally, I'm giving you access to my mini course, 7 Leadership Blind Spots that are secretly sabotaging your culture and success, and how to eliminate them for good. Every tool in this collection is designed to elevate how you think, speak, and lead, because game changers don't follow trends, they set standards. Download the Game Changers Leadership Collection now. It's free, it's powerful, and it's built for leaders like you. I'm Dr. Sharalyn Payne, and this is your Leadership Edge. Thank you for joining me on The Game Changer with Dr. Sharalyn, where we don't follow trends, we set them, and we don't just lead teams, we shift legacies. If today's message challenged, stretched, or inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, tag it, lead through it, because real leaders don't just consume wisdom, they multiply it. Want to go deeper? Subscribe to the Ultra Influential newsletter for exclusive tools, behind-the-scenes strategy, and weekly mindset shifts for the leader ready to move nations, markets, and minds. Visit www.smpistrategies.com or send a note to leadership@smpistrategies.com. And if you're ready for next level coaching or consulting that positions you as the right leader at the right time in the right place, let's talk. This is what we do, and we do it with precision, power, and purpose. Remember, change isn't just something you lead, it's something you become. Stay bold, stay brilliant, stay a game changer.